Mbappe, Thuram, Mbappe! Oh, wow! And still, Salah, oh, sensational! Absolutely sensational! City's boy is Chelsea's man! Henderson nicked it. Jota's one way, Salah's the other. He's on an Old Trafford hat-trick here, Mo Salah. And he captures the moment. The man is extraordinary. The match is extraordinary. The scoreline is extraordinary. That picture will be framed and kept forever by Liverpool fans all over the world. Another Mo Salah hat-trick. And this one at the expense of Manchester United at Manchester United.
Yeah,
and now Foden whips it in. Allen nicks it out. Rodri! Oh, wow! Does he not thump that? Take away the rigging, and that is travelling into tomorrow and beyond. A rocket and a bit.
well, Pickford looks perplexed.
Saka. Bukayo Saka! Oh! That is a diamond of a goal! How that boy glitters! Now that is special.
It is.
Staggering, just staggering. Silva, Dzeko scores! 4 minutes to save themselves! 4 minutes to find their crown! 2-2 in stoppage time! The most thrilling Premier League finale of all time! QPR are safe, they don't know it yet. Balotelli. Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering! He's won the league with 90 seconds of stoppage time to play! United's game was over! They had it! They've had it stolen back! It's just the most extraordinary scenario you could have dreamt up! Where does football go from here? Drama of the ultimate type! Tears of distress turn to tears of unbridled joy. The blue moon has risen, just like a dream in their hearts. City are champions, and they did it in the most staggering fashion. Sergio Aguero, legend forever. Vincent Kompany will get his hands on the trophy, a trophy that was seconds from being snatched away. And Manchester City, despite the most almighty scare, have only gone and won it. Hernandez twisting away from Mandzukic, running at Vaselko. Here's Mbappe! Oh my word! Teenage kicks! The ultimate teenage kick! The boy with the world at his feet! Kylian Mbappe! There ain't no stopping him now! The first teenage World Cup final goal since Pele himself! Matip. Jones. Salah. Escape Cancelo. Oh, it's brilliant from Mo Salah. And still, Salah. Oh, sensational! Absolutely sensational! Stellar! A goal to dream of! How has that man managed that? A blur of brilliance.
That is PlayStation football. It's ridiculous. You cannot do that without a joystick.
Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden! Oh, wow! That's the boy! The power and the glory! And Alonso flashes it in, and Kelleher applies a knuckle, back by Kovacic! Oh, super goal! And Chelsea reignite it! Mateo Kovacic with something beyond the ordinary. It's a smashing game, this, and Chelsea are in the thick of it again.
Saka, Ødegaard, White. Oh! Everything's going right. Arsenal are so good, they're scoring by mistake. It's 5-0, all White on the night.
Over the top by Mbappe, chased by Kolo Muani. And Kolo Muani has got into the box, he's got a penalty. He's got it way back for Fred. Otamendi had a tug, so hold on. Mbappe, compelled, obliged. France just might. Mbappe with thrust. A president on his feet. A superstar re-enlivened. A nation re-infused with hope.
Yeah.
Just maybe. Messi. Can't keep it from Koeman. And Koeman can go the other way. Rabiot. Mbappe. Thuram. Mbappe! Oh, wow! He is an awesome force of nature. Brutal and brilliant. It's 2 each in the World Cup final. 97 seconds between Mbappe's penalty and his ferocious volley. Here's Montiel. Lautaro Martinez. Lionel Messi. Fernandes. Martinez. Messi! Offside. Offside flag is up.
Has he given offside?
The referee's given the goal. The referee's given the goal. The little magic man from right on the line. An embrace of disbelief. Messi at millimeters. In by Koeman. Out to Mbappe.
Oh, handball.
Shout for handball. He hasn't, has he? He has. Which side of the line? In the 117th minute. Moments remain of an epic World Cup final. Mbappe. Into the galaxy of greats. 3. The first World Cup final hat-trick since Harston 66. For Gonzalo Montiel. Didn't start the game. He can finish it. Montiel. Argentina, champions of the world. And they're Roma have risen from their ruins. Nonetheless, the Greek god in Rome, the unthinkable unfolds before our eyes. Incredible scenes.
Had a look, had a hit! Oh!
Captain fantastic. A wild celebration for a goal from his wildest dreams. A fantasy goal for City's fantasy footballer. Costa lost it to Chambers. Duran. Hungry like a wolf. And Villa have a sniff of it.
Poor by McAllister. We've seen him take the ball so many times. That one, again, back foot.
Yane. Taylor. What's he say? It's a really good ball. It's Shabalala!
Goal! Bafana! Goal for South Africa! Goal for all Africa! Jabulila! Rejoice! Bafana have popped the first cork on their day of days! But here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. How good is he? A near supernatural goal from Lionel Messi. He has wriggled and tiptoed his way to the gates of Wembley Stadium. He is just brilliant.
Robertson snatches it clear. Gakpo can turn, and Salah is off on his bike. And Salah's bike is a quick one. Gakpo through the middle. He's taking on Lisandro Martinez. He sat him down. It's Gakpo. It's free. Wonderful speed of thought and movement. What a beautiful, beautiful goal. What a sight, what a sound. What a moment in his young life.
Stunning, stunning goal.
Alexander-Arnold, it's a super ball for Mo Salah, and Salah's wriggling in and scoring.
As deft and expert as the Egyptian is week on week on week. Just so nimble, just so bright. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2. De Bruyne. Zinchenko. And Rodri! It's happening again! City love, a final day sensation! It's bubbling up in blue!
Fernandes with Diaz close to him. He set it for Rashford! He has ripped it in! Marcus Rashford with force! That is Manchester United lightning! Didn't get through either, and here is Rashford. Marcus Rashford has rifled it in! That is a smashing goal for Manchester United! Boy, that was fierce. Haaland nicking it away from Chalobah. Goalkeeper has come here. Erling Haaland! Yet another goal for the Haaland Platinum Connection. Sanchez lost. Guardiola uplifted. Haaland in the headlines again. Not by Alvaro Pereira, hit by James! Oh, what a goal! One of the greats! My word, this boy's a star! 4 games, 4 goals at World Cup 2014, and that is one that must be up in lights. Brilliant, just brilliant. Here's N'Golo Kanté. He's played it through here for Christian Pulisic. 2 each. This is a firework of a football match. It's another belting blue goal. And from nowhere, Chelsea are all square. Be in his boots. Cole Palmer. City's boy is Chelsea's man. 4-4. You can ask no more. It's over. A treat, a joy, a gem of a game. De Bruyne. Foden. Foden! Oh, Bruyne! Blistering hit from Phil Foden. That is one Derby diamond, and it's 1 each. Oh, we've seen 2 special goals. Zaniolo. Cut back for Watkins. Touched on for Lewis. It's in. His home is his castle. Douglas Luiz at Villa Park again. 6 consecutive home scoring games in the Premier League for Villa's number 6. Tielemans, Barkley, Duran! Oh, wonderful! Just wonderful! That is a princely strike from John Duran! Open mouth awe! Villa's day! Everton's dismay! For Garnacho. And now Wan-Bissaka. And Maino! Oh,
United! Glorious chaos! Unleashed by United on Liverpool! Now that's quite something! Klopp incandescent! Mainu marvellous! Diaz pushing back Walker. Salah. Alexander-Arnold has pinned one in for Liverpool. He fair-fisted into the bottom corner. And on hostile territory, Liverpool have parity. McAllister, Diaz. Bouncing off Fernandes. The spare man here is Bradley. Now what's he got? Conor Bradley! Now that is special! That's what he's got! He's not but a kid! And he's just fulfilled his every dream! Pinch him and just check that really happened. De Bruyne. Zinchenko and Rodri! It's happening again! City love a final day sensation! It's bubbling up in blue! Left forward by Martin, set back for Basson! Who thrashes home a melodramatic stoppage time equaliser for Norwich. 4-4. Benteke, Kolka, and Kolka again. And Lallana, 5-4. It's crazy. It is insane, and so is he. The most remarkable culmination to one of the most remarkable Premier League games. Liverpool have won it once, twice and three times. It is over. Adam Lallana proved to be the match winner. It is just silly. It is just silly, but boy, it made for extraordinary entertainment. It leaves Norwich horribly, horribly flat. Thomas Partey hoisted forward towards Tomiyasu. And Kai Havertz, and Martinelli is in! It may be pivotal! Oh, that matters! How that matters! The moment! Ake the unfortunate, Arteta the animated, the Emirates within a couple of minutes of the result that most they crave, the one that might make the difference. Eventually, they tend to impose themselves, and here is Kevin De Bruyne, who has passed it in with sublime skill. There's no one quite like him. The Belgian has bounced off the bench, and as bright as a button, as if he'd never been away, stroked City's equaliser. Eriksen, Garnacho, Eriksen. Garnacho hasn't stopped. Garnacho has scored in stoppage time. And Manchester United have nicked it. What a boy he is. Thrills and spills and all the points. There's the name, remember it. He's now but a kid. Now he is a Premier League man. Space ahead of Ziyech, Pulisic. He's kept it strongly. Azpilicueta, Hakim Ziyech! City champagne is back on ice. That's a cracking low hit.
Brilliant goal.
Play goes on. The issue is not settled yet. Pep Guardiola has a clear view. Summon the two skippers, Kyle Walker and Bukayo Saka, to talk through those. Meantime, here's Martinelli to drive at Walker and set it back for Calafiori! Oh, it's a beauty! What a strike! What a moment for Ricardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league! City incensed now. This place is boiling. That is fury, that is damaging. Unalloyed anger versus unalloyed joy. Fourth official David Kudus got him off the pitch. Cancelo, Mings saw it, in goes De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne! Gundogan! From the brink of despair, elation! From catastrophe, cacophonic joy! The stuff of stellar champions. That's why City are a sensation. Villa penned in. Is there a way out for them? Song flicks it in. Richarlison! It's in! The Evertonian old boy has come back to Merseyside and pierced the heart of Liverpool. His first Premier League goal for Tottenham on this ground of all grounds. They were out of it, and now they promise to bring something home. But now here's Jota. Diogo Jota! Mayhem! Liverpool threw it away, and then they won it all over again. It just makes no sense. A mad, mad game. Beautiful switch. Mary. What a hit! What a hit! What a star! What a game! What a scoreline! Arsenal have ripped up the champions. It ends with a teenage kick.
He was.
Menu bullied off it by McAllister. Taken on by Szoboszlai. Sifted on for Salah, 3-0. The Egyptian archer, with a quiver full of arrows, scores routinely, customarily at Old Trafford for Liverpool again. In search of a red shirt alongside. The one he finds is Rashford's, and here is Anthony Martial, and Manchester United from behind again lead. And they lead at the home of unbeaten Chelsea.
Defended an awful lot better. Mata was able to get past. That is the key ball. And once he comes inside, that's sublime.
Owns Salah, he wouldn't, would he? Salah's rolled it in. Firmino! Bobby! 7! Heaven! It's madness! These now are crazy numbers. Liverpool, utopia. An unimaginable zenith for Manchester United, a crushing nadir. McGinn, Diaby, driving away from McAllister. It's Moussa Diaby. It's come off Duran. It's 3-3. What a wonderful football match on a wonderful stage. What a noise. Now that's the English Premier League. You don't get that at Hollywood. You do at Villa Park. It's 3-3. Salah the recipient. Harvey Elliott skipping. Elliott shooting. Oh! Now that is quite something. It is a diamond of a goal from Harvey Elliott. Sweet and precious. Frame it and stick it on the mantelpiece of his life. And get back to within touching range at the top. And here is Oscar Bob! Oh, that's so neat! That's so telling! Sumptuous from the young man, and worthy of Manic City celebration. And he's here. He is here. Cristiano has entered the building. Welcome, wherever you are, to the Old Trafford Theatre, through whose stage door he has entered. A theatre which today truly dreams. In the 8 years since Manchester United were last champions of our land, it is hard to recall a single match day as infused with possibility as this one. The romance of the Ronaldo reunion captivates the place. Manchester United prepare once more to unveil, to unleash the 21st century sporting phenomenon who is, again, theirs. Here's Pogba. Greenwood. Greenwood had a pop. Woodman spelt it, and guess who's there? Close your eyes, and he never went away. Without so much as a by your leave, Cristiano Ronaldo has stolen back the show. Shaw, gathering speed, looking to play in Ronaldo. It is Ronaldo. It's 2-1 United. The theatre lives its dream. Its fantasy hero retreads the boards. A phenomenon. Hello again, Stretford End. Here I am. Crazy.
This is what he lives for.
It's becoming unwatchable. In by Tsimikas, it's in! Virgil van Dijk at the bottom of a pile of red joy. 2 minutes shy of 2 hours. There's your moment. There's your man. And the ribbons are red. It is Liverpool's cup. A vast glittering adornment on Jurgen Klopp's grand farewell. On an irresistible tide of emotion, he and they have made it happen. And come what may from here on in, Anfield's beloved German will say goodbye with at least one medal round his neck. Given away by Quansah, hit by Fernandes!
My goodness.
What about it? The Red Devils from out of the blue. Quansah hangs his head. Bruno Fernandes pops out his chest. And Old Trafford comes to life. Positionally speaking, but it's phenomenal effort. Thomas Partey's gone in! And Arsenal have their lead back in a trice. 38 seconds after the restart, Arsenal are ahead again. Thomas Partey via John Stones, and we're back where we were. He is back where he was a minute ago. Saka takes. Rice! He spent the money so well, and Declan Rice is one of them. Rashford couldn't take it. Vieira runs to the walls. Gabriel Jesus is by himself. It's Gabriel Jesus. He's sat down one and he's won the game. Bedlam. Romania. They have cranked it up and cranked it up yet more. They didn't just win it, they won it in style. A gunner's growl like rarely you have heard. Rice, Rice, baby! And the angel Gabriel stole it right at the end. Saka. Odegaard squeezes it in. Feel the relief. The skipper made it happen. Sheer will. He was obliged. They were obliged. And Martin Odegaard found a way.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sound